down on that. Welcome to the Independents, where it takes all kinds. Former Congressman, he's from New York, Anthony Weiner. You've heard of him. He joins us for the very first time. It feels like the first time, doesn't it?
This is great. This place, I can't.
Have you never been in a TV studio?
No, but
so
like
surprised.
this is a really nice studio. I mean, considering, Fox Business and everything, it's a really nice studio. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Shots
Hey,
fired.
can we do a little Bob Dylan before we move on to the other stuff?
You want to sing
I thought that
for
was
us?
amazing, that ad.
Then why
He was
weren't you
amazing.
could have been on the panel.
I know, they wouldn't let me. I actually told your guy, I said, listen, I want to talk about Bob Dylan for a few minutes. And he says, you can't do that. You're not in the something block.
What did you like about it?
Well, first, you never get to see, I haven't get to see him speak. And plus, a whole generation of people have no idea what his deal is. Now we're going to go look him up, and he was cool. I just thought it was an amazing ad. What was it for? Who was it for?
Who knows? I think the best line was
selling Chryslers.
The thing that's the most
Swiss make you
the most
watch.
American thing about America is America or something.
Yeah.
On top.
Well, no, he said the roads.
He's great, and the way they propped him up for the ad, and it looked like he was actually still alive, was amazing. That was like all really good stuff.
Not half as creepy as the Victoria's Secret ad that he was in, which...
Do you know why he did that? Because it was in the 60s, someone asked him if he would ever be a pitch person, if he would ever be a spokesperson. He said yes for women's undergarments. He said that was the only ad that he would do. But he has in successive years. He did a car ad a few years ago as well.
By the way, if he just did music in that ad...
So it's not his first foray into...
Forgive me, if he just did music in that ad, I wouldn't think it was as cool as him doing that, talking and
walking. He had
walking.
a weird accent, though. Like,
well, you know,
we build joke halls.
This is the way he talks.
We build joke halls.
This is the way he sings.
We build joke halls on the American road.
This is the show. This right here is the show.
Is what we
the two of us doing Bob Dylan.
Are you trying to get a show over here?
At Fox?
Yeah.
No, they don't want someone like me. I'm not the kind of left guy that they use.
What kind
they
of
use
guy do
punching
they use?
bags. They don't want guys who punch back.
That's not true. There's some wonderful.
Go ahead. I'll put you on the spot. Go ahead.
On Fox and Fox.
Go ahead.
I've seen many. I've seen Rick Unger.
I'm sorry, what?
We played the Unger games
I dozed off in the middle of Rick Unger. Who's Rick Unger?
Yeah, Joe Trippi, Bob Beckel. Bob Beckel's no.
Okay.
He's no.
No, you're doing a great job, and this is your company. Look, I come on Fox whenever, or a lot of times I'm invited, and I get.
What are you doing now, by the way?
I get beaten up by my friends on the left, but I frankly think it's worth, and plus you got to help you guys out here on channel 245 or whatever you are here.
743.
743. Anyway, fire away. I'm slowing you up.
What are you? Okay. Well, do you want to talk about the topics, or you can tell us what you're doing? What are you doing?
You can ask me any question you want. It's your show. Just doing something about raising a 2-year-old, decompressing a little bit, working on starting a nonprofit, doing some things. I'll have some, just doing some things. Nothing.
You floated a little thing in December saying that you want to get the team back or something like that.
No, it was a Facebook post just about the idea. You have these big communities of people that follow you on social media, and it was a one line of saying that
you know why people are following you on social media?
Easy now.
Let's be honest. Hands on the desk where I can see you.
It's that. So it's just like this line, like people say, let's keep this conversation going and that kind of thing. But it wasn't an implication I had plans to do anything else.
All right. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew says we're about to bump into the debt ceiling. He says that the federal government once again could run out of cash. And why are we spending so much money?
We're spending less than we were. Our deficits are actually falling. Our national debt is growing at a slower rate than it has in a long time. But
that's saying something.
But
the tumor isn't shrinking.
But let me ask you, what is that? Well, actually, the tumor, if you want to put it in those terms, yes, the tumor is shrinking.
I don't know if the tumor is shrinking.
Yes, our national debt is shrinking.
The tumor's still going to kill us?
Our
annual deficit.
Whenever the deficit shrinks, our debt does too. All of this is based, we don't know for a fact what 2090 is going to bring. This is all projected on what it is we're going to owe in 2090. That is now going down rather than going up because of a lot of reasons. One, that the economy is doing better. The fact that we aren't spending some stuff in Washington, our healthcare costs are going down. Should I say that again? Our healthcare costs are going down.
Sure. Healthcare costs have been going down. Yeah. Whether or not that's attributable to Obamacare is another thing entirely.
Well, it's attributed.
We know that in a softer economy, healthcare spending actually.
That's true, but there are other first, so some elements that are surprising that are going down in Medicare. There's no good reason why Medicare expenses should be going down, except the reforms that were passed in Obamacare. So all of these things are making things better. But I'm curious, what is the libertarian position on paying your debts? That should be you're for that, right?
Okay. The libertarian position is we should be spending less money so we don't have to continually raise the debt ceiling.
No, but this is...
I'm going to answer the question.
The debt is from what we already paid, but you do believe in paying those bills, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Because that's the debt ceiling, that's what it's all about.
But let's say you have a credit card, right? And you reach your limit on the credit card. Can you keep calling the credit card company without paying down the principal balance? Can you keep calling the credit card company saying, raise my limit, raise my limit? At some point, they're going to say, no, you're not bringing in enough money.
But
that's what we're doing in this country. We're continually raising the debt ceiling and spending more money.
But that's not the debt ceiling debate. Using your same language.
The spending limit is not. That's not the debate.
Right. That wasn't the end of my thought. It was the beginning of it. You're using the same language.
Please.
Using your same language that you're using.
It is live television, so we should.
I hear you. That's why you speak when I speak, and we kind of have a conversation. So the credit card analogy is this: you pay for something. Yeah. You go out to dinner. Your bill comes. I don't want to pay this because I think we're spending too much money. You've already incurred the cost. So the question about the debt limit is only, do you pay what you've already incurred? And I don't think anyone in this panel believes you don't, nor do 90% of people in Washington believe you don't. It is the 10% wackadoo caucus that dominates the Republican Party right now that thinks that somehow not paying your bills is smart policy. Fortunately, they don't carry sway on this. Boehner says he's going to do it. I trust that he's going to. They're going to raise the debt limit, and then we go out and arguing about what things we pay for, what we buy in the future.
10 seconds or less, why did you vote no to increase the debt ceiling under Bush?
Well, first of all, I voted different ways at different times. I mean, I voted no because I don't believe
something was actually right.
100%, yeah. I was sticking to the same reason Obama did. Same reason Obama did.
So you did to Bush what Republicans are doing now to Obama, and you're saying it's wrong because they're doing it to Obama.
No, I'm saying it's wrong on the substance. You want to talk about the politics? We can do that all day. But for me, it was a protest vote. Okay. So there are some people who protest.
So Republicans who are protesting in the same manner are somehow doing something wrong.
I was in the minority. First of all, I was in the minority. These guys want to actually do it. We all agree that the posturing is posturing, and that's cool. Don't actually do it.
But that's why people are so sick of it. That's why people can no longer back the division Republican-Democrat, and you find so many people who label themselves as independents because they're sick of the finger pointing from people like you who are so married to. Okay, hold on. We're gonna come back with Anthony Weiner.
What side are you putting me on that? I want to pay the debt. So do you. We all want to pay the debt. This is a false argument.
You're on the hypocritical side that wants to stick it to the Republicans now. But we have to tease and go. More with Anthony Weiner in a moment. Later on, a journey to North Korea through a book that points out how blindingly ass-backward the Hermit Kingdom really is. You can follow us on Twitter at Independents FBN, and Facebook. You can email us, independents@foxbusiness.com. Stay here.